Hello, my name is John and we have a website called offgridirrigation.com. That's offgridirrigation.com, and we want to teach you today about a simple water pump that you can build yourself with many things that you probably have laying around in your house or your garage. It's called a hydraulic ram pump or a water ram pump. Now this type of pump you need to have a freely flowing stream or spring to make it work, but if you have one of those you can make this pump very simply and even with no experience. A neat thing about this pump is that it requires no electricity and has very few moving parts that could break down. And at the end of this video we'll have a parts list that you can know what parts you need to get to build this ram pump. And depending upon the spare parts you have in your home or your shop, you could build this pump for as little as $20 or $30. The ram pump is operated on 2 to 3 feet of water head that you see in this picture. This ram pump was built by us and operating on our stream on 2 or 3 feet of head, which means the waterfall drop was just 2 or 3 feet from where the pipe was into the water to where the ram pump was actually working. A ram pump will pump a lot better if you have 10 feet or more drop, but 2 to 3 feet, as you can see, will actually work. Now, another thing you need to know about ram pumps is something called the drive pipe. That is the pipe that goes from your water supply down into the ram pump itself. And the longer that drive pipe is in relation to the actual amount of drop or head that you have, the longer the stroke will be. In other words, it'll be operating really slow, like you see in the pictures here. The shorter the drive pipe, the faster it'll operate. You can experiment with making it shorter and longer depending on how much water head you have, and experiment and see how it pushes the water up the hill. We used a 3/4 inch system, so all the parts and pieces that we used were all 3/4 inch, and you can simply do this with a 1 inch system or a 1.5 or 2 inch or anything. Just probably want to keep all the parts the same. Now, two of the parts that are a little more unique than the others are called a spring check valve and a swing check valve. I believe I got ours at Lowe's or Home Depot, I don't remember which. You can probably find them at a lot of different hardware stores. Maybe Ace even carries them. And they allow water to go through in one direction. And they're the heart of the ram pump. Now, there's other pieces that you'll need, like some T-pieces that are optional. Well, you need a couple of them, but you can have more. It depends on the options you choose. You may want to have gate valves to be able to turn the water on and off. Have, say, a pressure gauge and measure your water pressure. You'll want a T for that. Also, you'll see in the pictures a long tube sticking out of the end of the pump, and that was my attempt at an air bladder. It was just an idea of mine how to do it. It didn't really work very well. I've seen people build ones with even 2-liter bottles of old soda bottles. You could also use a regular pressure tank that you could buy at the store. All that air bladder really does is smooth out the pulses of the water so it just doesn't spurt out the end. It kind of makes it more flowing. I've not found that you actually needed it. My pump operated with it in there, and then it filled up with water, which is a common problem, and it still operated and pushed water. So, it's probably a better thing to have, but you can also do without it. That's what I found in my experience anyway. So, I hope you get some ideas. If you have a spring or a creek nearby that you can have a simple pump like this for a very few dollars and connect it to a garden hose and get water up to your garden or up the hill and make it easier for you to do an off-the-grid type gardening system. It's wise to be able to get water out of your own cistern, the Bible says in the book of Proverbs. Also, the Bible talks about a time coming when if you want to follow the dictates of your own conscience, you won't be able to buy and sell. So it's a wise thing to prepare ahead of time and not only be able to grow food, but be able to know how to water your plants and grow food in the event that you don't have electricity available from the grid. And it's even a good thing even before those times, because we have forest fires. We had a forest fire that knocked out power for quite a few days. You can have all kinds of things go on. It'd be nice to have a backup system in those cases. Well, check out our website, offgridirrigation.com, and you'll see plenty of ideas, more coming soon, on how to be able to have a self-sustaining garden and be able to provide for yourselves, your family, and for others who may need your help. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.